Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Olympic roster. Yeah, I know today I'm a little bit late, but yeah, what can we do? I just went to the early shift and had to finish this first before being able to come home and record this video, and it took some time to process, but now we are here and let's talk about another Olympic roster, and today it's Team Sweden. The fourth team I'm talking about, and the third team that will consist exclusively of NHL players. Today's Team Sweden, goaltenders and defenders are already on the board. There will be another board for the forwards, so let's get it on. And look who I put into Team Sweden. And let's start with the goaltenders as always, and I have two goaltenders from the same team. I have Jesper Wallstedt and I have Gustafsson from the Minnesota Wild. Right now I think they are the best tandem in the whole league. Both having fantastic seasons, career years. They will be very expensive to keep for Minnesota. Let's see if they can keep them both. They both belong onto this team. And of course, yeah, they're both young. You need an experienced goaltender. That's why I picked Linus Ullmark from the Ottawa Senators. Also not too bad, although he had a stinker yesterday evening's game against Toronto. I will still put Linus Ullmark on this team just to be maybe not the starter, but the godfather for the two young Minnesota goaltenders, and one of them would be the starter. I think I would take Wallstedt right now and Gustafsson as the backup. Let's go to the defense, and this is a very, very strong, very, very good defense. Started off, of course, Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning, and sorry to all that watch from Sweden that I'm butchering the names. I'm German, so the names in Swedish are not so easy for me. Anyway, let's start with Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning, the captain of the Lightning. He should be the captain of Team Sweden. Multiple Stanley Cup winner, one of the best defenders in the NHL. He must be the leader of this team. So, could be Rasmus Dahlin from the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, the Buffalo jersey. And of course, here the Tampa jersey for Victor Hedman. We will come, Minnesota for the goaltenders. I don't have that many jerseys with Swedish player names. To be correct, I have only this one. We will talk about this when we get to the forwards. Rasmus Dahlin from the Buffalo Sabres. He is the captain of the Sabres that are actually on an 8-game winning streak at the day of recording, and they are square with Florida for the second wildcard spot. Could we see Buffalo in the playoffs? Would be a great achievement, especially under the leadership of Rasmus Dahlin. Next up, Mattias Ekholm from the Edmonton Oilers. No question, he has to be on the team. The best defender of the Oilers, took the team on his back. Okay, the defense on his back for 2 runs to the Stanley Cup final in a row. He must be on the team, of course. Then I do have the defensive part, which is Gustav Forsling from the Florida Panthers. 2-time Stanley Cup winner over Ekholm and the Oilers. He has to be on the team as well. So I think Rasmus Andersson from the Calgary Flames. On the day of recording, he is still a Calgary Flame. Let's see how long this is the case. A player that deserves a big raise and a big contract. Most likely his last contract, but yeah, Andersson must be on the Team Sweden, of course. Another defenseman, Jonas Brodin from the Minnesota Wild. So already 3 players from Minnesota on the board. Brodin, he is an absolute anchor on the defensive side of the Minnesota Wild. And they're having a fantastic season, also thanks to him. And the extra defenseman, I have Hampus Lindholm from the Boston Bruins, who has not a bad season as well. And finally, he's not injured, being consistent under the leadership of Marco Sturm. This is a good season. I will put him on the team. And then there's the one young guy, Axel Sandin Pellikka from the Detroit Red Wings. This is not to say an old, but a very, very experienced team with Hedman, Ekholm, Andersson, Brodin, Lindholm, 5 players north of 30. Yeah, they need some youth, and Sandin Pellikka is one of the youth. So that's the forwards. That's the goalies and the defensemen. Come back to you with the forwards in a second. All right, and here's the board with the forwards. Let's start off with William Nylander, who is a winger from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maybe not the best season for Nylander, but still, he has the potential to score a lot and be one of the leaders in the forward group. Then I have Leo Carlsson, who has a fantastic season with the Anaheim Ducks. Of course, one of the younger guys. I think in general the forwards are younger than the defensemen on Team Sweden. And Leo Carlsson should be the first line center of Team Sweden. And as you can see, he is the first center and the only center from the first 8 players that came to my mind for this team. Yeah, that's the case. Lucas Raymond from the Detroit Red Wings. He's the scoring leader right now for the Atlantic Division leading Red Wings. Adrian Kempe from the LA Kings is a fantastic player as well. Good scorer, especially this year. Jesper Bratt from the New Jersey Devils leads the Devils in scoring, which is not that easy when you have Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes on the team. Philip Forsberg from the Nashville Predators, together with Gabriel Landeskog from Colorado, the 2 elderly gentlemen on the front of the roster, both wingers and good leadership, of course, especially with Landeskog. And then I noticed I have too many wingers. I need more centers. And there comes Elias Pettersson from the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, he doesn't have his best season. His contract is way too high. Yes, I know. Can he play better? For sure. Let's see if he can do it for Team Sweden. Because I need centers on Team Sweden and he is a center. So is Joel Eriksson Ek from the Minnesota Wild. Another Wild player. I think he's the fourth. After the 2 goalies and Jonas Brodin. Minnesota Wild player number 4 on the board. A very, very good second, maybe third line center. Let's see about this. But as I see it on the board, he's most likely the third line center. Eriksson Ek. Yeah, Minnesota, good player, good season. Next, Elias Lindholm, as well from the Boston Bruins. Fourth line center, maybe 13th forward, something like that. Elderly gentleman as well on the roster. His contract is too rich. Yeah, sure, but for Team Sweden, this doesn't matter. He's a good player. Then I have 2 youngsters on the board, both from the New York Islanders. Emil Heinemann and Holmström, both scoring very, very good for a good Islanders team this year. They could be the future, part of the future of Team Sweden. And then the last 3 guys, William Eklund from the new San Jose Sharks. Very good season as well. The Sharks are knocking on the playoff door. Eklund is, okay, not as important as Macklin Celebrini, but he is important for the team. So is Fabian Zetterlund from the Ottawa Senators. The odd goal here and there. Third liner, maybe 13th forward or fourth liner on this team. And finally, in the end, I decided, okay, one more center would be good. Mika Zibanejad from the New York Rangers. This could be a very good team that is competitive and could compete with the US and the Canadian team for the medals in this tournament. This is also the third and for me the final team with exclusively NHL players. Team Finland will be covered soon and there will be some European players or players from the European leagues on the board as well. There could be another team exclusively of NHL players, but Team Russia is not allowed on this Olympics and I have no problem with that. Okay, that was my Team Sweden. Let me know, who did I forget? Did I put too many offensive players once again? Let me know in the comment section below. And then we see us in 3 days for Team Finland. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.